Say hi. Say hi, Mickey. Hi. Hi. We're here to talk about our slow living and renovation journey, how they two go together and everything like that. As you can see from the background, I'll move the curtain so you can see better. So we have snowfall. It started snowing yesterday evening when it was already dark outside, and now it's been snowing for some time now. Such a beautiful winter wonderland outside, and what better way to bring out my little Christmassy wintry cup or like mug that I use usually is like let it snow. So Mickey saw snow for the first time because he's younger, he's never seen snow before. He lost his brain cell to the snow, like they usually tend to do. So each time we've introduced snow to one of our cats that we had previously, they always go bonkers because what is this? How do we incorporate both the renovations and the slow living at the same time? So where do we start? Let's start with the question that why we decided to renovate an old house instead of building a new one. In many terms, it would have been easier, and in quotation marks, easier. People are like, it's so much easier to start from zero, and it is easier to start from zero if you have a lot of resources, if you have a place to live meantime as you're building a new house. We have an old house that we currently live in at the same time, and the whole time we've had renovations, we've lived in this home at the same time. When we were just building our bathroom, when we had to dig out the flooring, all the soil and everything to insulate and lay proper heating systems and concrete flooring for us, we still lived in here. We made do. We did it in parts, so one half of the house was livable and the other part wasn't. That's where the renovations were. Then when we had to do the bigger part of our house, we moved our sleep area upstairs to the attic area, and we slept in a tent for the summer that we did our work under here. As with this house, we already have a history. We've been here before. We've worked out in the garden already before. We already started to tidy things up before we moved here. So this very much felt like home the moment we moved in. We already have a history with it, and the old house has a soul and stories to tell and everything, like of the things that have been here before, or like just the memories that come with it. So this is one of the reasons we didn't want to build a new one in its place, and of course resources, because we don't like the idea of being like a slave to some kind of bank or something where you take a loan. And especially in today's age where nothing is stable anymore, with the pandemic happening and everything. So we saw a lot of people struggling who had taken out loans for their houses or cars or whatever. So this leads us to why it takes us longer. Longer is a very wide term and means different things to different people. For some people, 1 year is long time. For some, 10 years is long time. It all depends. So for some people, we've been doing it like so slow. Some people have been like, why haven't you done it quicker? Or how hard could it be? Other people are like, wow, you've managed to do so much in so little time. So this really varies from side to side. But why it takes us longer? In terms of longer, Like I've mentioned before, we've been here for 5 years, and we actually have managed quite a lot. So I'm gonna link our 5-year renovation video up here, where I go over all the things, not so much in depth, but a little bit more in depth of what we've done in this house already. We try to do as much as we can ourselves, and we really do it step by step. So no loans, no nothing. It's just from everyday paychecks and everything. Just 1 month we do one thing, another month another, and this way it gives this safe feeling that no matter what happens, we still have the house. We still we're not gonna lose anything from it if we do it slower. Being in Facebook groups for renovations and everything like that too, there are people who have outsourced their renovating, or just like, which is understandable. Not everyone has the time or the pure want to do everything themselves, but oftentimes we can see when people outsource renovations, and the people who renovate or do the job, that either the companies or like private people, companies, whatever, there are so many things that can go wrong and have gone wrong, and people have to redo, and just it sounds like a headache. And again, it's much more money that you need if you're outsource it. So you have to pay for the materials, and you have to pay for the work and time of the people who do it for you. So we only pay for the materials because we try to do most of our things ourselves, and with a few minor things that need more help, or we just need another pair of hands, we have a few friends we can call for help, and we do like an exchange of favors. So we need help with renovating, the friend needs help with the car, so we're gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna fix your car and you can come and help us fix our house, basically. The other thing is we can ensure the quality that we would like to have. Us doing it ourselves, we are more precise maybe, because we want to do it once and good, so we don't have to do it again, all over again. So we learned how to coat our own tiles. We're very proud of our coating skills now. We've been we try to lay tiles ourselves. On the walls it's quite okay, but on the floors, if it's a large area, we need help. Smaller portions, totally doable. Just learning all the different aspects of building, using different materials, how to fix up. It's like a new knowledge, and going about it step by step, doing everything ourselves, communicating a lot about what we want, how we want it to be. It's so much better. It's more about enjoying the journey rather than having everything ready, like from a clap or something. We're super happy with everything we have right now. It's weird living in the middle of it, but I'm kind of used to it, and sometimes you can feel like it can get overwhelming because we don't have the space. We're living in now it's still like a one-room apartment basically, because we still have a kitchen and a living room that has a bed in it. So it's weird, but we're currently working on our back room, and when the walls are finished there, in terms of having drywall up probably, and then it's like more clean again, less dust and everything, we are gonna move our bed there probably, and then we can start working on the kitchen and the living room, especially because we can't work on the living room yet. With us taking the time to really do it step by step, it taking longer, us living in the middle of it all, it's actually been a really good thing, because now our decisions about renovations and what we want, how we want in the house, are more like thought out, and lived in, like we're seeing what's gonna work and what's not. Because we had to build new walls, we were able to move them slightly from one place to another. So I got a bigger kitchen than it was before, but I still have a spare pantry. And now where my pantry is a lot better location because it's the north facing corner of the house. Also, how we thought out how the pantry door is facing, in terms of it's in an angle, it's not 90 degrees with other walls. This makes it so much better to go into there. And we have so much more room in front of our stove. How I want my kitchen to look like in the future. So everything is just, if we're living here where I've been able to use tables and stuff like that, so I moved them around my kitchen to try out if I wanted a kitchen island maybe. Tried it out, didn't enjoy it at all because I don't like going around things. I want to go straight to it. So I was like, no, scrap this idea, I don't want an island. So then we were like, how we're gonna solve the table thing. I was like, I want a table in the kitchen. I like to have my meals behind the table. My husband was, are we sure, do we need it? Maybe we're gonna just have like our dinners behind, like on the couch all the time. And then we tried it out and he actually does enjoy eating behind the table too, not on the couch all the time. And this way we really can enjoy having dinner, talking about things. There's nothing else that takes our attention away, and this also ties everything together into the slow and simple life. So taking the time, having meaningful conversations, not having the background noise when you're having dinner and stuff like that. Everything in terms of that is more thought out. It's snowing a lot more. What? Oh, yeah. I do have to go for a walk with Rita in this snow. I really do. I want to enjoy it to the fullest. Romanticize the first snow of the season. And also, again, the simple and slow life of enjoying the little things. Taking the time to just be and go for a walk and everything. I understand it's a privilege to have that time, but I believe we should try to at least move towards changing our life this way so we would have that time. So the hustle culture is not working. I've never been the type of person to hustle. I'm gonna be totally honest, I'm too lazy for that because I enjoy my downtime. I enjoy when I can just take up a Sudoku or a jigsaw puzzle or read a book or just enjoy. It just comes back to our renovations that the way we're at it, we are actually celebrating each little win. We appreciate everything so much more than I think we would if we just got our house fully renovated, everything was ready, just move in, start living your life. I'm so happy about my first ever curtains that I purchased because I haven't had any before in this house. So the curtains I have on the other window are still string operated, so there's a string going through and it's screwed to the wall, and that's how it works. So I had to get a new stove top because our stove decided to not work anymore. I got a new one. This is an induction one. I love it so much. Then our oven decided to not work anymore either. Had to get a new one. Still loving it so much, still taking so much care of it, like a lot more than I would if I just didn't have to replace it with a new one and stuff like that. I got a dishwasher. I've never had a dishwasher. I'm so happy it's going right now. I hate doing dishes, so this is improvement for my life. We had a new couch that we got. We're still so happy about it. We're still like, oh my god, I love this couch. So just enjoying the things that we get step by step. The same way we're still 4 years later, basically. Yeah, I would say 4 years later, and we are still talking about our bathroom. We still talk about how we love it so much, how perfect it is, how great it turned out, and it makes me so happy because like this was our very first project together, and it turned out so well. We're both so happy about it. So yeah, it's just another little thing we enjoy so much. Going back to the way that things are more thought out, we don't make the mistakes of doing something quick and then having to go over it, something not working. We do have one little problem that didn't come out the way we wanted to. So the floor heating in our hallway and bathroom, it's not working the best way because we didn't lay it down correctly, and the pipe is too small, and this is because we didn't know better. It was our first ever doing something ourselves, and the information we got from some people wasn't the correct one, and they made it seem like it was. This was a learning experience. Now we know. In terms of slow living, I saw a great quote about this. It's from Lao Tzu, and they say, "Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished." And this is exactly what everything is. We're not hurrying, but everything gets accomplished. We've made it so far this way already, and going about it the same way seems the best thing we can do. So slow living tips is embracing imperfections. And this is exactly what this here makes you do. It makes you embrace the imperfections, because our house, our home is currently imperfect. It's okay. I still have a roof over my head. Everything is okay. It's warm, it's nice, it's cozy, even though it's not perfect. The background currently looks okay because I have curtains hiding away the imperfections. Let me show you. So if I pull this out and this, I don't know if you can see, yeah, this area here, this is all, it's not finished in any terms, and it's gonna be teared down and built again because this is all drywall we have here. So we have like bare spots, there's stone under here, then there's logs, then there's like, it's everything is not finished yet. And weirdly enough, I don't know if it's because I've just grown up enough or like more than I was when we first moved here, or is it the way that we live here that everything changed and it's teaching us, it definitely is teaching us a lot about imperfections and slowing down and enjoying the moment. I don't worry about having a perfect background, perfect life, perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's perfect when it's imperfect, if it makes sense. So yeah, I embrace it. I embrace that currently my sweater looks very perfect with my little kitty on it, having my coffee in a very aesthetically pleasing cup of Let It Snow, but at the same time I'm wearing worn out black sweatpants and those slipper socks, basically what I have. In no way is this perfect, but it's just cozy. I'm under the blanket anyway, so who cares what I'm wearing? So everything changes in terms of that. My perspective in life has changed a lot since moving here, living a fully grown-up countryside life, basically. I will now finish up my coffee, even though it's gone cold now. Then we're gonna bundle up, and I'm gonna take you with me for a little stroll in the snow, in our little snowy countryside we have right now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to my rambling yet again. I hope you enjoy it. I hope maybe gave you a new look on life, maybe a new perspective when it comes to slowing down, yeah, even if it comes from like renovations. Not everything has to be ready tomorrow. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. See you in my next video. Bye.
Why I can't get over you. When you look at me this way, I find it hard to not